I'm sometimes asked how to get the spring back into the chain brake cover of a Husqvarna chainsaw. It can be a right nightmare if you don't know what you're doing. This is the spring, you probably recognise that one. It fits in there. Take it apart to clean it or to replace the band, and this spring jumps out. When you've eventually found it again, you need to get it back in. What you're going to need is a screwdriver. And it needs to be a screwdriver with an end shape like that on it. See that one there, nice wedge shape, because that is going to fit into that spring like that. And it doesn't go any further, it gives you a chance to push that spring backwards and forwards. What you need is to have this white piece here as far forward as possible in this housing, so the spring is as near as possible to the length of the slot it's going to fit in. So it's no good where it is. Where it needs to be is round there like that. You see the difference? Short, long. That's where it needs to be. So once it's in that position, take the spring and push it over the white peg, like so. Take the screwdriver and put it up the end of the spring, like this. Hold it down firmly and push the spring into place. And there it goes. It's clicked down into that little slot just there, in the little groove it sits in. Hold it down, take the screwdriver out, and just press it on down into place. Now, you sometimes don't want to let it go because it'll pop out. This one's actually staying quite nicely, but often they'll pop out. So take the cover, put the cover on. Shouldn't have left the screws in, should I? I thought that would make it easier. It didn't. Okay. Be cack-handed trying to do this and not cover up the picture for the camera. Screw the cover on. So if you needed to, you might have had to hold that spring down while you just slid this cover into place, because they do tend to bulge and pop back out again. It's not under a lot of strain because the chain brake's in the on position. And that's going to cause us a problem now when we come to put it back together, because as you can see the chain brake is in the on position. See the gaps here, the chain brake is in its smallest diameter. And that's operated by this here. Now this is normally operated by the plastic handle, which has three little lugs that sit over these three lugs here and enable you to operate it. But if you can't do it, it's very difficult to do with a screwdriver. You can try prising it and pushing it. It doesn't work. But this little device does work, and it's just a scrunch. And it's been cut down into slots, as you can see. And those slots fit over those lugs. So all you do is fit them over the lugs, hold firmly, and twist it, and there we go. The chain brake's off, chain brake's on, chain brake's off, all ready to go back on the saw. If you don't take the chain brake off, you'll never get it back on the saw. A lot of people make the mistake of taking the whole cover off the saw with the chain brake on, and then they wonder why they can't get it back on, and they bring it into me to do it because they can't reset that. Anyway, that's it. That's simple.